Well, hello, deal makers. Great to have you here on the show. Did you know that this show that you're listening to right now is rated the #1 apartment investing podcast on feedspot.com? That's right, the one investing podcast that you must follow in 2021 on Feedspot. So we're very honored and thank you so much for listening to the show and for reviewing us and anything that you're doing to support us. And hopefully we're supporting you in your journey to financial freedom as well. I was asked recently by one of our mentoring students, they hadn't had a deal yet. And our mentoring program is really designed to help people do their first deal in the first 12 months. In fact, we guarantee it because if they don't do their first deal, then we continue working with them until they do. Well, this person's name, let's call him David, because that was his name, he said, hey, my gosh, it's been 12 months. I'm really frustrated. I got close a few times. I don't have a deal yet. I said, well, let me ask you some questions. So I asked him some questions about what he was doing. Was he analyzing deals? Yes, he was analyzing 2 to 3 deals a week. Great. That's awesome. Were you meeting with investors? Oh, yes, I was meeting with investors as well. Well, have you built your team? Do you have a proper manager on a team? Yes. What about a lender? We have that already. I said, David, here's the thing. You are doing all the right things. You're doing all the activities that lead to your first deal. The only thing that you haven't done yet is let enough time go by. Do exactly what you're doing. Don't change a thing. Just stick with it. And he got back into the game, and 2 months later, he actually did his first deal as well. So the lesson here is you got to stick with the activity. As long as you're committing to the activity that leads to the outcome will come. And those activities really are twofold. One is analyzing deals and meeting with potential investors. That's it. Now, the problem with that activity, sometimes after like 2 or 3 months of doing this activity, you kind of get frustrated by the apparent lack of progress. Okay, but what you're not seeing is the actual progress you're making, because every time you speak to a broker, your confidence level goes up. Every time you tour a property, your comfort zone expands. Every time you talk to an investor, you get better at addressing objections more proactively, right? So what you have to do is you have to recognize the development that you're on and the journey that you're on, and celebrate some of those small things. Number 2 is you have to kind of track your activity. Activity alone, while typically activity doesn't by itself lead to an outcome, in this particular case, activity is very important. Because the 2 activities I talked about, well, if you commit to doing that, you can't necessarily control the timing of that first deal, okay? You can't control it. Sometimes you have good luck, bad luck. Sometimes you get lucky tomorrow and a property manager brings you a deal, and sometimes in David's case, it takes a little longer. What you need to do, what I recommend, is that you commit to those activities and just stick with it, because I will tell you, I haven't done an exhaustive scientific study on this, but I'm pretty sure anecdotally that people who commit to those activities, there's a 100% success rate. And it might be in month 3 or it might be in month 18. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because as soon as you do that first deal, the second and third basically come automatically in rapid succession due to the law of the first deal. So really got to focus on just doing that first deal. That is what counts. So my message to you guys is commit to the activity and just stick with it. That really is, when people ask me what's the #1 success factor in people who are successful, and it's consistency, sticking with it and committing to the activity.